we are recording this meeting, and we will be sending a link out of the meeting within a day or two to everyone for our YouTube channel. Hopefully within a couple of days of the meeting, so. Okay. You need me to unmute you, Jody, or no? No. I can't hear her, but okay. You wave at me if you need me to unmute you, okay? So, okay. For those of you who may not know, I am Becky Upedal. I'm one of the image support specialists here at Solutions. I only work with the document locator package. We also have Allison Herman on the call. She's what I call our imaging guru. She's been doing this for 25 plus years. We have Jody Stoll on the Zoom meeting as well. She's another valued member of our DL team. We do have a few other Solutions people on the call or the Zoom meeting as well in a learning capacity. So that's great to see as well. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And we'll share this screen. There we go. Now, are you seeing the white screen or are you seeing the black screen?
We're seeing the Solutions, welcome to Solutions Document Locator Zoom meeting screen.
Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome.
Go ahead and minimize this.
You know, when you ask questions, I'm the only one who can answer, right?
Right, unless they type it in.
Okay.
Or unless they do some sort of a sign language for me, so, but, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and minimize this here. I did not mention this in the email and I should have. There is a quick guide that goes with this topic today. If you go to our website, and I think I have it open here somewhere. I'll just open it up here. If you go to our website, which is gmdsolutions.com, George Michael David Solutions with an S on the end.com, you can go to our website, and underneath the Explore tab, there is a Document Locator Usage Guide section. These are all the quick guides that we've done for Document Locator, and they're very topic specific, so you don't have to thumb through tens of pages or hundreds of pages to get to the topic that you're wanting to get some help on. There is a quick guide out here for searching in Document Locator, which is exactly what we're going to talk about today, and it is only a 10-page document. So it's a really short to the point document, but everything we're going to talk about today is in this PDF that we have. If anything new comes up today, I may modify it and get the additional information in it, but right now it's a 10-page document. You're certainly welcome to download it, print it out, have it up on your desktop, whatever you'd like to do. Everything I talk about is in this document today. So that's on gmdsolutions.com, and again, that is under Explore Document Locator Usage Guides. And there are some other guides out here, so feel free to take a look at your leisure. We are adding to these all the time, and I know Jody's been working hard to get them all updated too. So, okay. And Max has just let me know that we've hit the limit of the meeting today, which is 99 attendees plus myself. So it is a very large meeting today. So, yeah. Okay. All right. Now my desktop icon looks like this. This is a little blue box with a DL. Some of you might still have a file folder icon, and that's perfectly fine. That just means you're running a different version. But today we're going to talk about the desktop client. However you get there is fine. Whatever version you're running is fine. The information we're going to talk about today is relevant for no matter what version you're running. But my icon looks like this. Okay. We are not talking about the web tools today. The searching does work very similar to what it does in the desktop client. I'm going to see if I can get this off the screen here. There we go. We are not going to talk about the web tools today, the web view, but it does work very similar. So if you are one of those users, you can use the information we're talking about today. There is a specific booklet for that package on those user guides, but we are specifically talking about the desktop client today. When you open up the Document Locator client, it does look like this, and it is meant to look and feel like your Windows File Explorer, and it navigates the same way. But you do need to have this section right here showing. This is the Document Locator toolbar, and you need to have this in order to take advantage of the search capabilities in Document Locator. If you just search in this little icon or this little box right here, you're actually using the Windows search. You're not using the Document Locator search, okay? So if you do not have this Document Locator toolbar showing on your screen, you simply need to go up to View and Options and click on the DL toolbar, and that will make it appear and disappear on your screen. If for some reason your PC does not want to show that toolbar, just let us know. Contact us at dl@gmdsolutions.com, and one of the team members will help you get that showing, okay? But you do need the DL toolbar to be showing, so, okay? All right. So this right here is the address bar of Document Locator. This tells you exactly where you're at in Document Locator. So if I drill down into my repository, the path shows up here. There's the repository and the path showing here. There is a file folder between, and then this path or this box right here is the basic search box. So this is where you'll do the majority of your searching. If you type in a character string, such as the word badge, and I hit search, it is going to do a character string search for those 5 letters, those 5 characters, and everything I'm authorized to view, okay? And it is just simply a character string search. So it could find it as badger, it could find it as badges. I don't know any other word for badge, but it could find any character string search with those 5 characters. And it will only find it in the documents or only return the documents that you're authorized to view, okay? So in this case, I have board minutes coming up. If I keep scrolling down, I have some record indexing documents, some more board minutes, some claims documents, some rivers. So it was a very quick return for my system. I'm lucky. I have a very fast system and I have very little data on our system, so that makes it run very fast, okay? If you want to view any of these documents, you would just double click on the document. You can right click and say open. You can turn on your preview button, which I'll show in just a moment, but just to show you how it brings it up or what it finds, here's a PDF that's in claims processing. We'll bring it up here. And in Adobe, it actually shows you where it found the word. And if you can see that little tiny word there on your screen, I'm going to go to the second page here. It won't let me blow it up there. There's the word badge that it found. So it did that kind of a full text search that quickly. Very, very powerful tool. Now, if you're in Vision and you're used to viewing your documents through Vision, you might not need to use the search here in Document Locator. It's just another tool for you to find your documents. But if you're not able to find something through Vision, or if you're looking at documents that are not linked to Vision, you may want to take advantage of these search processes. As you can see, it was very quick. If I type in, say, my last name, again, it'll show me all the documents that I am authorized to view. In this case, it found my name in board minutes, claims processing, I'll break this a little bit bigger, and some real estate documents, okay? But maybe I'm not sure which one of these I want to open. I can turn on my preview button. I recommend using the search and your preview button in conjunction or together. I'm going to turn on the preview button, and I'm going to highlight one of these. It might take just a minute for it to show up in your preview, and it found my name. I'm an election worker somewhere in here. Right here, Rebecca Upedall. I was an election worker for $33. There's a couple of claims out here, and it's doing a full text search within the text on the claim that it found me in. But this way you can use the preview button and you can actually scroll down and go, oh, this is the document that I needed. and then you can do whatever it is you need to do with that document. Adobe is very nice in that it highlights that where it finds it for you. Okay. Allison, can you maybe help Julie at Delaware? It says
I'm watching them. We're watching it.
Okay, thank
I'm
you.
guessing she's not in, so.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and turn the preview button off. Okay. With this basic search, you can be very specific in your search. You can say search for a title number if you're a treasurer's office. So I'm going to key in the title number, and there is a title that comes up. I'm going to turn my preview button back on. There's a title that comes up, so you can do a very quick search for a title number. There's another title number. Here's a parcel number. It'll give me everything related to that parcel. Of course, we have very limited data in our demo files. So I have a homestead that's attached to that parcel, and I have a photo that's attached to that parcel. Now, we do get calls quite a bit that says, excuse me, that says, I'm not getting any search results when I do this search, or I'm not getting the results I expect when I do my search. The first two things that we check is we check what you have selected. I'm going to turn this preview off. What you have selected in this select criteria. And there's this little drop down arrow right next to the search button. And it has, on my system, I have file names, full text indexing, and then the OR operator selected. Depending on what you have selected here, you might get different results. If I uncheck the OR, for example, I'm telling it that it has to be in the file name and full text indexing. So we always want that OR selected if we have more than one item chosen. If I uncheck these, I say I only want it in the file name. If I do a search now on my name, I have no search results found. My name is actually not in any of those document titles. It was actually in the full text part. If I say file name and full text indexing, just those two, and I do that search again, I still don't get anything because I don't have that OR operator selected. So as a general rule, you'll always want to leave that OR operator selected because I'm telling it I want it to look in the file names and I want it to look in the full text indexing. I want it to do both. It's an either or situation. Now, if I do that search again, I get the results I want. If you have a slow system, you may not want to do the full text indexing all the time. So maybe if you're a treasurer's office with a really slow system, you do want to turn off that full text indexing and you just want to search the file names. You could search for title numbers. You could search for plate numbers. If you're in the real estate, you could search for parcel number, that type of thing. So depending on your system will dictate how much of this you have selected, okay? We're lucky here, we have a very powerful system. So I'll keep that one selected. There's some more up here that you can do. You can actually use wildcards. I'm going to type in asterisk, which is the wildcard, ERMAN. When I do a search now, it's going to give me anything that ends in ERMAN. So you'll notice it found something in these top three documents, but it also found Herman in this name. It found Kitterman in this name, Kitterman and Schollerman. So it's saying I want to have anything that ends in ERMAN. So it's a great way to find something if you're not sure how to spell it. Like Christensen, it could be an AN or an EN or an ON. Anything that you're not quite sure, you could use a wildcard. If I put it in like this, it would say I want to have anything that begins with Herman. So it could be Herman's, it could be Hermanson, it could be Herman's Hermits, it could be anything that starts with Herman. You're saying find it where it starts with Herman. I wouldn't use the basic search up here for something that's very common, like the word county or your county name or the most popular name in the county. I wouldn't use it for a common number like 10. You're going to get a huge result list. Like I've already got 10,000 documents where it came up because that's a very common item and it's going to find it everywhere. It's where you can drill it down just a little bit, be a little more specific. So Another way that you can use the toolbar up here to speed up your searches or narrow down your searches, especially if you have a slow system, is you can actually tell it where to look. If you're in, say, the treasurer's office and you only look in motor vehicle documents, or mostly only look in motor vehicle documents, you can hit this little folder icon here in the middle, and you can drill down and say, I only want to look in motor vehicles. I'm going to say, okay, that's the head folder. I'm not going to specify the subfolders. So now my path is Solutions, Demo, Documents, Motor Vehicles. So now if I type in Herman and I do a search, it's only giving me results back in motor vehicles. That's the only folder it's searching in. The advantage is that it speeds up your search tremendously because you're actually directing the path where it's going to go look. The disadvantage is if I close this out and I come back into Document Locator, it remembers that path. So if the next time I wanted to look for a miscellaneous receipt or a real estate document or a record indexing document or anything else that's not in motor vehicles, it's not going to look anywhere but in motor vehicles. It remembers that path. And if you're like me and you forget to change it back to documents because you get interrupted, you have a cup of coffee, whatever, the phone rings, whatever the case might be, and you forget to change it back to documents, you might not get the results you want. So that is why when you guys call in and say, I'm not getting the results, I'm not getting any results, I'm not finding what I want, the first two things we check is this drop-down selection criteria and this path. Okay, but it's very powerful, especially for those with slower systems or for those people who only work in one or two places. So I'm going to leave it in documents because that's where I like to have it at the top level. So, okay, so that's basic searching. Okay, you also have available on this toolbar is the advanced search. And it's going to open up a panel here on the left. And in some cases, it might actually be a blue panel. Mine's slightly gray on my system. It works very similar to this search up here, but you can be more specific. I could put in the word badge, just like I did on my first example. And I could do a words or phrase in the file, and I could hit search. The search is now here at the top of this panel. And it's finding, again, badge in every document that I'm authorized to view. Let's say I want to find badges that I know we purchased in the last couple of years, but I just can't remember from who or how much they cost. I can specify or narrow it down. I can say, I don't look in every document I'm authorized to view. I only want to look in claims processing, and I know what was in the last couple of years. So I can say, I only want to look in claims, oops, not in claim numbers. Let me get that one out of here. I only want to look in fiscal years that are 2018, 19 or later. I know it was in that time frame. So now it's only showing me claims from 2018, 19 forward that have the word badge in it. So that's a way I can narrow down my search, okay? And speed up my search, so, okay. Let's say we're gonna pick on Greg. I know he's on this meeting with us, so I'm gonna pick on Greg. Perhaps we want to, I'm gonna hit reset so I can start a new advanced search. Every time I use the advanced search, it does ask me if I wanna save it. In this case, I wanna say no. I can say, how many times has Greg Davis spoken to the board, or how many times does he show up in the board minutes? So I can say, I wanna look for Greg Davis, and I want an exact match. I want it to look for Greg Davis, not Greg, not Davis, not either or, but Greg Davis. And I only want to look in board minutes. So it found Greg Davis in the board minutes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And again, I could turn my preview button on, and I could have a little preview of my document and go, nope, that's not the one I'm looking for. That's not the one I'm looking for, so on and so forth, until I find the one I'm looking for, and then I can go, oh, that's the one I need, and then do whatever I need to do with that document. We had a county a while back wanted to know how many times they had talked about ATVs in their board meetings. They thought they'd only been talking about it for a few years, and they put in an ATV, and it turns out they've been talking about it, I think, for almost 6 years. And they were doing an ordinance on them. So it's a great and powerful tool. So, but you can tell it how to search any, all, exact, that type of thing. But in this case, I wanted to know when Greg spoke to the board or was in the board notes. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and hit reset here and say no. Sometimes this search is a better option than this search for a particular reason. I'm going to turn this preview off. In the example of, say, record indexing or recorder's documents, their documents, I'm going to take us back here. I'm going to use the breadcrumb trail, and I'm going to go into record indexing. Their documents are labeled recording year, recording month, day, and then a document number. So if they put in a document number, say of 9, they're going to get a lot of hits, a lot of results. So it's not practical for them to put in a document number or just a document number up there. So they use this a little bit more than most offices, because they will go down and they will do record indexing, and they will say, I want to do a book 2019, and then a specific page. And I don't know if that's a specific page or not. No, it was. And they get a specific hit. It's a little more practical for them than using this right here. So there are certain times when I would recommend using this over the basic search. It just depends on what you're looking for and what you're trying to get, what your end result is. Okay. And there are times that you want to do a saved search over here. If you're doing something over here over and over again, and you're finding yourself repeating the action, go ahead and save the search, and just click on save the current search, and just give it a name. Because I'm creative like that, I'm just going to say it's Becky's search, and now it's saved. And anytime I want to run that search, I can just open up my advanced search, click on open, and here are my saved searches, and there's Becky's search. And then I have it available to me each time I want to run it. So then I don't have to fill it out all the time. Some saved searches that we have out, already created out there for you, are, for example, the record indexing daily import. We want to show what they've scanned in every day. So we've got it set up so that it will automatically show the files imported for a certain date or within one date. They can scan in all their documents for the date. They can hit search, and they can see what they've scanned in for the day. We've done something similar for the treasurer's motor vehicles, motor vehicle daily import. We can hit that save search, say open. And again, it'll either say within one day or for a certain date. They can hit search, and they can sit there and verify what they've scanned in for that date. It's a little easier than putting in your documents one at a time up here at the top. You can do the same thing for claims, for real estate documents, for warrants, for anything that you've scanned in for the date. We can get a saved search for you. Again, anything that you're doing over and over again, we can save for you, or you can save. Okay. I recommend using both of these searches in conjunction. Use it with the preview button. It's toggle on, toggle off. Do whatever works best for you. They're very powerful tools. If you have questions or individual situations and you want to know how to set something up, just let us know, and we're more than happy to do that for you. That's a summary of using the basic and the advanced searches. So if you have any questions, we'll answer them for you. If not, we will let you go. This is the crickets part. This is the hard part of these meetings.
So while we're waiting for everyone to start typing their questions in, April 22nd is saving directly from Word, Excel, and PDF too. So yes, that's next month.
Yes, the next document locator session is this one right here, and it's saving directly from Word, Excel, PDF, and it will be April 22nd. We're trying to do these at 10 o'clock. in the morning. We're trying to do them on the 4th Thursdays of the month. Now, of course, we realize we might have to change them occasionally, and we're trying to keep them at about 30 minutes or less, just because we know everybody's busy and has things to do, and it's just the way of the world. We wanna keep the topic short and sweet if we can.
I'm not seeing any questions.
Okay. Well, in that case, I want to thank everybody for showing up, the ones that were brave enough to show their faces. So I thank you for your time. Stay safe, stay well. Until next time. Thank you.